This communication scenario is the breaking of devastating news of the death of a close family member and is never going to be an easy task. The identification of both the candidate and the relative and the purpose of the interview is established very early on. The relative was asked if they were alone and if they wanted a family member or a friend to be present, which acted as a warning shot that bad news may be coming. The candidate established at the start what the relative knew about the current situation, and it was clear she did not know how serious the situation was, and the candidate then knew he had to explain fully the exact sequence of events. The process of the escalation of treatment, and unfortunately, despite this, cardiac arrest occurred, was covered sensitively. There was a slow build-up of the news of the death of her father, which helped her realise what had happened. The candidate said the term, "he died last night," so there was absolutely no ambiguity. There has to be no doubt the relative has died, and any other words such as passed over, moved on should be avoided, as they can be interpreted differently. At the point of delivery of bad news, pauses are very powerful to give the person time to digest such devastating news, and this was demonstrated very well here. The showing of empathy in this situation is important, and the candidate said he was very sorry to give her such devastating news, demonstrating his awareness of the gravity of the situation. The candidate put the relative's mind at rest regarding whether her father suffered during his last moments of life. It is important not to be too graphic regarding cardiac arrest, and the candidate handled this area sensitively. It appeared that the relative had difficulty understanding how a chest infection could lead to her father's death, and it was explained very well regarding sepsis and how this can affect other organs. This was done well in layman's terms, and it is important to avoid medical jargon, and some candidates who do this regularly should make this a specific focus of their preparation. The possibility of the need for a post-mortem and the process of discussing this with the coroner was explained clearly. The candidate explored towards the end of the interaction whether she would like some support for herself, and signposted that bereavement services are available. The offer of a simple drink at the end again shows to the examiner the candidate has empathy towards the relative's situation.